Hello, everybody.
Good morning, teacher.
Now we are going to, this morning we are going to study chapter 3, macroeconomic policy in an open economy. In Chinese, we can say this chapter is 第3章开放经济中的宏观政策。Let's go on. Section 1, the problem of internal and external balance. In Chinese, we can say 第一节内部和外部平衡问题。Let's see. 1. The internal and external balance. Let's see the meaning of internal and external balance. The internal balance refers to the equilibrium of product market, money market, and labor market in domestic economy at the same time. That is to make macroeconomic economy in full employment level and no inflationary pressure, stable economic growth. From this part of PPT, we should know what's the meaning of internal balance. From this paragraph, we should understand the internal balance means equilibrium of domestic economy. If a country is in internal balance, that is this country's economy is in equilibrium status. Product market, money market, and labor market in domestic economy at the same time are all in the equilibrium status. And at this time, at the same time, in this country, are full employment level and no inflationary pressure. And this country had a stable economic growth. In this state, we can say this country is in the internal balance. Let's go on. Let's see the external balance. External balance refers to the equilibrium of international payments in an open economy, with neither a surplus or balance of payments, nor a deficit of balance of payments, which is commonly expressed by BP curve. In this paragraph, we should understand the external balance means the equilibrium of international payments when a country is an open economy. This country neither has a surplus of payments of international payments, nor a deficit of international payments. If a country in this state, in a simple word, we can say when a country has no surplus of payments, no deficit of payments, we can say this country has an external balance. In the world, we can say external balance is the equilibrium state of international payments. Let's see the note. The ultimate goal of macroeconomic is to achieve internal and external equilibrium. This sentence tells us that if we study macroeconomic, in order to work for the country, for your country, and in macroeconomics, the theory tells us that a country's ultimate goal is to achieve internal and external equilibrium. Let's go on. Let's see the swan diagram. Swan diagram. What's the meaning of the swan diagram? Let's see the explanation. The swan diagram was first introduced into international economic analysis by Australian economist Trevor Swan. Swan diagram can be used to investigate the policy adjustment of internal and external balance. When the economy is imbalanced in internal and external, the internal and external balance can be realized by adopting the policy of changing expenditure. This page of PPT tells us what's the meaning of swan diagram. Swan diagram. From this swan diagram, we can get a conclusion that if a country's economy is imbalanced in internal and external, can be changed by the expenditure. Let's see the appendix. Appendix 1. Swan diagram. Swan diagram. In Chinese, swan 曲线，是由澳大利亚经济学家特雷弗·斯旺 （Trevor Swan） 在1955年首先引入到国际经济分析中。用声望图可以考察内外平衡的政策调节。在经济处于内外失衡时 ，when economic is in imbalance， 采用转换支出政策和改变支出政策能实现内外平衡。Let's go back. Let's continue. Much of 1950s and 1960s literature was concerned with how the authorities might simultaneously achieve both internal and external balance. This segment tells us that there are many studies about swan the swan diagram. In 1950s and 1960s, literature was concerned with how the authorities might simultaneously achieve both internal and external balance. Let's go on. Let's see the figure 3.1, the swan diagram. Swan diagram. Let's see the figure. Let's see the figure. The horizontal axis. Let's see the horizontal axis. Horizontal axis is thematic absorption. Thematic absorption. When we see this word thematic absorption, we can change it into thematic expenditure. Thematic absorption can be regarded as thematic expenditure. Let's see the vertical axis. Vertical axis is real exchange rate. Real exchange rate. In Chinese, we can say real exchange rate means 实际汇率。Let's see. One point slide from original point away means, let's see the red arrow. When the point slide away from the original point, far away, we can say means depreciation. Depreciation. One point move forward to the original point means appreciation. Appreciation. These two words tell us that when a point move along the vertical axis from original point far away means exchange rate is depreciation. And when the point move towards the original point means in real exchange rate appreciation. Is appreciation. Okay, let's see the curve in this figure 3.1. This curve slide from left up to right down. This curve slide right down. We can see this curve is AB. IB means internal balance. Internal balance. This curve from the left down slide to the upright. This curve means EB. EB means external balance. External balance. And these two curves intersect at the point E. And point E, we can say this point is equilibrium point. And the two curves divided this area into four sects. One, sector is inflation deficit, means in this area, in this district, has a phenomenon inflation deficit, and the two area in this area there are unemployment and the deficit. When we go to the district, third district, there are phenomena of unemployment surplus. When we go into fourth plot, we can find there are phenomena of inflation and surplus. How can do this? In order to understand this diagram very well, we can go on to see the explanation. Let's see the explanation to a diagram. The vertical coordinates shows the real exchange rate and real exchange rate. Definition as I equal E times P star slant P, means divided by P. The R in this formula is the real exchange rate. E is the nominal exchange rate of the direct price method. The P star is the foreign price level. The P is the domestic price level. This page of PPT is give us an explanation of the letters and explanation the vertical axis and horizontal axis. We should understand the capital letter I and the letter red letter E and red letter P star and the red letter P. What's the meaning of these red letters? Direct price method. What's the meaning? Direct price. Let's go on to see the horizontal coordinate. In this figure is the total domestic absorption. That is the total domestic expenditure level of the domestic economy in terms of the A equals C plus I plus D. We should know the equation. What's the meaning of the equation? A means absorption, means total absorption. In another word, we can say A is domestic expenditure. So from the macroeconomics, the macroeconomics, we can understand A equals C plus I plus D. C means consumption. I means domestic investment. G means government purchasing. Look at vertical axis. Look at the vertical axis. I rise means domestic currency devaluation, depreciation. We should know I rise means domestic currency devaluation, depreciation means that international competitiveness increase. We should understand this sentence. We should know when the country's domestic currency devaluation or depreciation means the currency domestic currency has a less value in exchange rate market. And when this country domestic currency become devaluation, means that this country's international competitiveness increase. In other words, we can say when these countries, one a country's domestic currency devaluate, when this country export goods and services, will make their product has a large competitiveness than before. Means this country export goods and services are easily than before. Let's see I. When I lose or descent means domestic currency revaluation or appreciation or upvaluation means that international competitiveness decrease. This sentence tells us that the opposite conclusion that contrast before, contrast above, I rise. We should know when I lose or descend or decrease means domestic currency appreciation, upvaluation or revaluation means when these countries domestic currency revaluate means these countries goods and service has international competitiveness than before. So we should know when I lose or decrease means one country's domestic currency's value revaluate. When this country want to export goods and services, these countries export become easily than before. Become difficult than before, or When I loss means these countries export goods and services become difficultly than before. We should understand the two paragraphs. The first paragraph and the second paragraph get opposite conclusion. Let's see the note. Direct quotation. In order to understand what we have learned, we should see note. Direct quotation. One unit of foreign currency is converted into a certain amount of domestic currency. That is, foreign currency is priced by local currency. Direct quotation. We should know. Let's see the direct quotation. Let's see the explanation. One unit of foreign currency is converted into a certain amount of domestic currency. That is, foreign currency is priced by local currency. We should know what's the meaning of direct quotation. Direct quotation in Chinese means 直接标价。In a simple sentence, we should know the direct quotation means foreign currency is priced by local currency. Foreign currency is priced by local currency. 2. Under the direct quotation, if the amount of one unit of foreign currency converted into local currency increase, that is, the foreign currency appreciate and the local currency depreciate, it is called a rise of foreign exchange rate. From the note, we should understand what's the meaning of direct quotation, and when the direct quotation rise or lower. What's the meaning? The direct quotation rise or lower. In this PPT, we should understand the note. We should understand note. Let's see the explanation in Chinese. 直接标价法 （direct quotation） 一单位外国货币折算成一定数额的本国货币，即外币被本币标价。This explanation in Chinese. Direct quotation. 在直接标价法下，如果一单位外币折算成本币的数额增多，即外币升值，本币贬值，叫做外汇汇率上升。This page of Chinese explanation of direct quotation. Let's go back. This page is in English. The explanation of direct quotation. Let's go on. According to the national income economic identity, Y equal C plus I plus G plus bracket X minus M. Not that. y minus a equal x minus m. This equation can get from the identity or the equation y equals c plus r plus d plus x minus m. We can get the final result y minus a equal x minus m. We should understand y minus a. Y means international income. A means absorption or expenditure. These two digit minus equal x minus m. X means export. M means import. So we should understand the equation. In this formula, y is the international income. We should understand y is the international income. C is responsible for consumer spending. Is responsible for consumer spending. I is responsible for the investment expenditure. G is purchase spending for the government. X is the imports. M is the import. So from the explanation of the capital letter Y, C, I, X, M, G, we should understand the equation y minus a equal x minus m. And we also should understand the equation y equal c plus I plus g plus bracket x minus m. This equation means the international income equation, or we can say this equation is the international income economic identity. According to the formula, y minus a equal x minus m. It indicates that when the domestic absorption level is too high, when the gross income level y is exceeded by a, means that import exceed export. Thus, there is a current account deficit of balance of payments. From this equation, we should understand when the gross income level y is exceeded by a, means y is larger than a. Or we can say y is more than a. Means x must be more than m. From this equation, we should understand when the gross income level y exceed by a, means y less than a is less than a, means that import exceed export. Thus, there is a current account deficit of balance of payment. From this equation, we should understand when a is larger than y, and we can get the conclusion that import import exceed export. So this country's current account must be deficit. Look at the vertical axis again. The I rise means the real exchange rate appreciation. The I rise means the real exchange rate appreciation. In bracket, the local currency depreciation. The real exchange rate appreciation can be produced by nominal exchange rate appreciation and domestic price level decline, or foreign prices ascended. This paragraph gives us the explanation of capital I, blue letter R. What's the meaning of I rise? The I is also an indicator of international competitiveness. I rise, the local currency depreciation, means increased international competitiveness. Then the current account or balance of payments will be improved. So we should understand this page of PPT gives us the explanation vertical axis R. What's the meaning of I rising or I decline or I declining? What's the meaning of I rising or I lowering? Let's go up. Let's go up. Let's have a rest. Then going to start a new lesson. Have a rest now. 现在休息一会儿。Now we are begin our lesson. Let's go on. Let's see the two curves. The two curves. One. The IB schedule. We can also say IB schedule means IB curve. Represents combination of the real exchange rate and the domestic absorption, for which the economy is in internal balance. That is full employment with stable prices. This curve is expressed by the formula y minus a equal x minus m equal 0, where a equals c plus I plus g. Note, IB shadow means IB curve. We should understand IB shadow means IB curve. IB curve exactly get from the equation y minus a equal x minus m, and let this equation equal 0, we can get the IB curve, IB shadow. And we should understand V equals C plus I plus G. Let's go on. Second, the IB shadow shows combination of the real exchange rate and thematic of absorption, for which the economy is in external balance. That is equilibrium in the current account. This curve is expressed by the formula y minus a equal x minus m, where a equals c plus I plus d. From this part of PPT, we should understand what's the meaning of IB shadow. We now should know IB shadow shows a combination of real exchange rate and thematic absorption. And in one point in EB curve, we should know this country's economy is in external balance. And at the same time, has an equilibrium in the current account. And let's see third, 4 zones. Hence, the swan diagram is divided into 4 zones depicting different possible states for an economy. Zone 1, deficit and inflationary pressure. Zone 2, a deficit and deflationary pressure. Zone 3, a surplus and deflationary pressure. Zone 4, a surplus and inflationary pressure. Deficit surplus means deficit of current account. Surplus means surplus of current account. If the economy is unbalanced in internal and external, first, only at point E, where the IB and EB shadows intersect, is the economy in both internal and external equilibrium. We should recall the small diagram. At the point E means internal and external equilibrium. When the economy is imbalance or unbalanced in internal and external, such as the economy is at point A, when there will be 2 forces pull point up to EB, and left to IB, respectively. And finally, point A will move to point D in the direction of resultant force. If the economy is in the state of point D, there will be two forces to pull point D down to IB and right to EB, respectively. And finally, point D will move to another point in the direction of resultant force. Let's go back to the swarm diagram. Let's see the swarm diagram. The curve IB means internal balance. And the EB curve means external balance. When a country's economy is at a point E, means two curves IB and EB intersect at point E. Point E is equilibrium point. Equilibrium point with internal balance and external balance. Internal balance means full employment, no inflation and deflation, and has a stable growth of economy. And the E is also at IB curve, means at point B has a state of external balance. External balance means in current account has no surplus and no deficit. Means the international payments are in state of equilibrium. So one and the two curves divided this area into 4 districts or 4 zones. First zone means let's see the point A at the first zone. Point A is at above IB means this country's economy has a state of inflation, and current account has a deficit. And at the point A, there are 2 forces. Pull A from pull A toward B, and left force pull A towards C. Finally, A is pulled towards point D. Back to the explanation. This page of PPT is the explanation of the figure 3.1. In order to understand the four zooms, we should know when the area is above IB. Let's see. Is above IB means this country has a phenomenon of inflation. When the district is under the IB, means this country has a phenomenon of unemployment. And let's see the IB curve. When the area is above IB, means the international payment has a surplus. And when the area under the curve IB means the international payment has a deficit. So the two curves divide this area into four zones. Finally, we can understand the four zones meaning. The four zones meaning. Let's go on. If this process continues, the economy will eventually reach the point E, and the internal and external equilibrium will be realized. Let's go back. Okay, that's all today's new lesson. At the rest time, we should have a short break, then go over what we have learned today.
Окей, лапша. Спасибо.
Okay.